NCAA College Football Today presents the 7th-ranked Michigan Wolverines. Featuring their talented quarterback, Rick Leach, and the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame with their great quarterback, Joe Montana. That scene has been in northeastern Indiana for 48 years. Notre Dame Stadium. As two giants of college football are about to make their appearance, we don't know which team is coming out first because of a psychological battle between Dan Devine of the Fighting Irish and Bo Schembechler of the Michigan Wolverines. All right, in the green jerseys for Notre Dame. We're looking at number 3, that's quarterback Joe Montana. Number 30 is Jerome Heavens. And a great All-American linebacker, number 55, Bob Golick. The referee today is a veteran Big Ten official. His name is Gene Calhoun, an attorney from Madison, Wisconsin. He's in the white cap. And now coming in from the far side of the field, the east side, we have number 46, Jerry Meter, a very fine linebacker. And number 33, we'll be calling his number a lot today, Russell Davis.
Get back.
The toss of the coin.
All right, introduce yourself here. This is Captains Golick, Heavens, and Montana meet Captains Davis and Leach. Oh, Captain Meter. Okay, you're the visiting team. Who's going to call the toss? You going to call it? All right, there's a head. That's a tail. Call it while it's in the air. I'll catch it. You're going to have to get back. Just get back.
Fans causing the referee, Gene Calhoun, a little problem. And this is about the friendliest. These 5 players will be all afternoon.
The tails it is. You've won the toss. You
Michigan winning.
Ball or you can take a goal. Take the ball. Which goal do you want to defend? Defend this goal. All right, turn around. Get back. Just get back.
He's the man in command, Gene Calhoun, and some of the fans who... Here comes the Michigan team, undefeated, having knocked off Illinois a week ago, 31-0. They're in white with the maize and blue and those spectacular helmets that the great Fritz Chrysler developed many years ago, going back to 1939. So, Frank Riles, Michigan, that long stage wait, they have made their entrance. And here's their coach, Bo Schembechler, in his 10th year, and what a great guy and what a tactician of intercollegiate football.
He is that, Chris, and he is an intense person. I don't know of any coach that I've ever met that's more intense than he is. His team play just exactly the way that his personality exemplifies. They are strong and they are ready to play. You can see that.
But Notre Dame, the number 1 team in the country in 1977. Facing Michigan, the number 8 team in the country and the only team that's finished in the top 10 in both the AP and UPI polls for 10 straight years in the final voting in January. Notre Dame's mail is ready to go, as 10 other green jerseys are all raring to go. Michigan's 11 white-shirted lads are all set. Needham, Lindsey, DeSantis, Kwiatkowski, and Arbesnik. Between the 50 and the 45, Johnson and Marsh, Larry Reed, and there it is, end over end, and it is going to be taken by Huckabee. Huckabee flips at the goal line to the 5, to the 10, to the 15, hit at the 19, and brings it to the 18-yard line. In the backfield with the bone is Huckabee and Clayton at the wingbacks. Russell Davis posted full. There's Russell Davis. He's hit right there by the whole front 4. Calhoun, Golick, and Michigan's Russell fumbles the ball, and Notre Dame recovers. The first big break of the ball game goes to the Fighting Irish as Notre Dame gets a break. Oh, is that a psychological big, as Michigan only had 1 turnover a week ago. A tackle with Haynes at the split end. Montana under center. He hands off to Heavens. Heavens has hit the 15, the 10, and dropped at the 9.5-yard line. Raymond makes the tackle. He made 2 tackles a week ago against the Illini. Montana under center. 1st and 7 at the 7-yard line. Kearney in motion. There's a pitch off the side to Fergie. He's hit at the 6. He loses ground. He loses about a yard on the play. The line of scrimmage was a 6.5, and Ron Simpkins, it brings up right now, 2nd down, and we have about 6.5 to go. Here comes Kearney in motion again. Across formation, it's Houlihan. There's Montana back for pass. He throws a pass, complete, touchdown. Touchdown to Grindhammer. Number 93 for Notre Dame. Number 93, it's Grindinger. Catches a pass right over the center. 17 yards after the Michigan fumble and 4 big plays, and the Irish fans go wild. Notre Dame leads in this ball game 7-0 over this the very maize and blue surprise football. Notre Dame's Joe Montana sets his team. Ferguson and Evans at the running back. There it is. Ferguson following Evans. He gets no blocking. Now he gets a block. He's over the 35 and hit at the 35-yard line. 3 men in there. Jerry Meter in there beautifully for Michigan. Goes Condini. At the tight slot on the right is Holohan. There's a hand up this time to the halfback. He's hit right there at the 37-yard line. And you know, Lundo, with the complexion of the game, we talk about emotion. All right, third down. They have 2 out of 4 right now, conversions on third down situations. There's Montana and the Courtney. He pitches off. It's a fumble ball back at the 23-yard line, recovered by Notre Dame at the 21. Well, Notre Dame is having their share of miscues right now. Jimmy Stone taking the pitch back from Corey, who had taken the handoff from Montana. Remember his 4th year at Notre Dame. 28 wins and 8 losses. That's winning at 79%. Overall, Bo Schembechler is 81%, and Dan Devine is 75% in coaching at Arizona State, Missouri, and here at Notre Dame. The I formation. There's a head up to Davis. He's over the 45, the 42, the 41-yard line. Russell Steelhorse Davis picking them up and laying it down, and Bartnick and Nada making the blocks up front. Actually, first 18 minutes. We got 12 minutes left in the first half. There's the bone. Clayton and Huckabee at the running spots with Davis up close. There's Ricky Leach with the ball, and he's going to keep. He's over the 40. Cuts back in at the 36. That's what Leach does best, and he picks up Michigan's 4th first down of the ball game. Check it out. And now Michigan has Steve Nada up over the ball. The line follows. The Wolverines have Feaster wide to the right. 2 tight ends in a balanced line. The running back, Mitchell, goes to the left side of the wingback. Huckabee deep and Davis close, and Ricky Leach rolls on. Pitches off to Huckabee. He's got a block, but he's hit at the 40. Down over the 30, the 26, and hit at the 25-yard line. Ricky Leach was hit on the play as he let go of the ball. So there'll be 2 tight ends in a balanced line with Clayton wide to the left. And there's a draw play to Huckabee. He's hit at the 23-yard line, going up the center, picking up blocks from Arbesnik, Nada, and Powers. So Ricky Leach sets his team. 2 tight ends in a balanced line. Now they go into power I with Huckabee deep and Davis close, and 3rd down and 4. And listen to the voice of Notre Dame football. I think Notre Dame jumped offside. There's a pitch to Clayton. Clayton's down to 15, down to 10. Cuts back into the 5. And Notre Dame, I believe, was offside, but Michigan will decline the penalty. But maybe we're thinking ahead too much. Hold it, you. Hold it. Let's see who it was against. It'll be the Notre Dame captain, Golick, going in there with Michigan's captain, Russell Davis. And it is against Notre Dame, and Michigan will refuse the penalty and have the ball. Their heads off right now as Michigan trails 7-0. They have the ball 2nd and 4. 2 tight ends in a balanced line. Here comes Huckabee making the tandem of the eye with Clayton wide to the left. Huckabee deep, and Ricky Leach is going out, and Ricky Leach scores, and it's 7-6. And Ricky Leach just scored his 3rd touchdown of 1978. Ricky Leach, who had 2 running touchdowns against Illinois, has just moved 6 yards for a touchdown here against Notre Dame. And Greg Wilner, who had 4 for 4 on extra points, will attempt to tie it up. And holding for Michigan will be B.J. Dickey. And Ricky Leach, who as a freshman ran for 5 touchdowns, who as a sophomore in 76 ran for 10 touchdowns, who as a junior in 77 ran for 7 touchdowns. He has now run for his 3rd touchdown of 78 from 6 yards out. B.J. Dickey spots it. It's spotted, it's kicked, it's end over end, and it is good. Greg Wilner gives us a brand new ball game. Michigan zip. Notre Dame, Michigan 7. Ufer, you're getting carried away, baby. We've got 40 minutes left of this contest. Across formation comes Holohan. Number 31 is Fergie deep. Fergie takes, follows Evans over the 35, the 34, the 32, and dropped at the 31-yard line. Remember, the series started at the Michigan 41. Wide out is Corey. And there is the fake handoff, and Montana's down. He connects on the 21-yard line, and it's cut down there by Evans, and he rolls out of bounds at the 19. Another first down for Notre Dame. They pick up 2 of them here in a hurry. Montana looks over a 5-2-4 defense, and he puts the halfback in motion. That's Holohan across formation. Pitches off to Fergie, follows Evans. Fergie's hit at the 15 and dropped at the 12-yard line. Notre Dame's offense is not to be denied on this drive. Okay, 2 tight ends in a balanced line. Fergie deep. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line. Notre Dame 7, Michigan 7. There's Fergie, and he's driving into the end zone. Ferguson drives into the end zone from the 4-yard line. This is a game of emotions, and Notre Dame's were really aroused. That was real heady football on the part of Joe Montana. And there is the extra point by Eunice. It's up, end over end, and it's Notre Dame 14, Michigan 7. 5 minutes and 21 seconds remaining. Over this, the Michigan Football Network. So Ricky Leach now with 3rd and 3. Wide to the left is Clayton. 2 tight ends, a balanced line. Huckabee deep and Davis close, and Ricky Leach looks at a tight 5-2 defensive line. Ricky Leach rolls out. He's going to keep. He pitches out to Huck. Huck's out. First down over the 30, the 45. Check the 40-yard line. Over the 35, down to the 40, just flying along that eastern sideline with that 9.5 speed and 100-yard dash. Old Harlan Huckleberry Finn Huckabee. Wide to the right is Feaster. At the slot tight on the right side is Clayton. He goes in motion, across formation. Huckabee deep and Davis close, and Ricky Leach looks at a 4-3 defensive line, and Ricky Leach rolls out. Leach keeps. He's into the open at the 45 and gets to the 48-yard line, 2.5 yards shy of the first down. That was 2nd down and 10, and Ricky Leach picks up about 7.5 yards right through the center on great running there. A great second effort. Being Ricky Leach, 2 tight ends, a balanced line. It's the wishbone with Davis close, Clayton and Huckabee deep. Ricky Leach rolls out to the right, and Ricky Leach keeps his first down over the 45 and down to the Notre Dame 42-yard line. That play is there. It was there on the film. It is there. Michigan is starting to execute. Michigan, 1st and 10 on the Notre Dame 43-yard line. There's the hand of this time to Huckabee up throws to the 35, the 32-yard line. And Michigan, taking advantage of the fumble recovery on their own 27-yard line, has now moved the ball down to the 33-yard line, and Ricky Leach is starting to catch up. Michigan trailing 14-7. The ball resting on the Notre Dame 35-yard line. Feaster and Mitchell wide to the right and wide to the left. Ricky Leach is back for a pass, and will he connect? He's going to scramble. Now he's getting away, and he's going to run. He gets blocking. He throws it. It's complete to the 20-yard line to Doug Marsh, and Ricky Leach rises to the occasion. The Flint phenom rises. As I said, I put the challenge to the guts and glue with the maize and blue, and did he respond? It's Huckabee deep and Davis close, and Ricky Leach rolls out, pitches the Huck. Huck's down to 20. He turns on the jet at the 15 and drops at the 14-yard line. He picks up 7 yards from the 21 down to the Irish 14. They're going to bring it into the hash line, 18 yards in from the far eastern sideline. There we go. Ricky Leach sets his team. 2nd and 4 at the Notre Dame 14-yard line. It's the bone. There it is. Clayton down the 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3-yard line. Ralph Clayton took that ball and moved behind Bartnick, Nodar, Besnick, the Flame, the left guard from Cleveland, all the way down to the 3-yard line. It was Huckabee. Give credit where credit's due. Huckabee had the ball, and it'll be goal to go for the maize and blue. Only George Patton Schembeckler knows what they're going to do now. Clayton wide to the right. 2 tight ends in a balanced line. It's Huckabee deep and Davis close, and Ricky Leach under center. Ricky Leach on the long count. He brings Notre Dame off sides, I believe. Leach is back. Throws the pass down into Marsh. Touchdown! Touchdown, Doug Marsh! Doug Marsh catches a touchdown. Remember, he made a circus catch for a touchdown against Wisconsin a year ago. Doug Marsh catches that ball in the Notre Dame end zone. Ricky Leach has caught Montana this afternoon for that old Heisman Award. B.J. Dickey holding. It's snapped by Leach. It's spotted. It's kicked. It's up. It is good. And we have a brand new ball game from South Bend, Indiana. This is what you were expecting. This is what I was expecting. That's why 59,000 fans are here, and you're glued to your radios and television sets across the nation. We're going to pause right now for a word over this. The Michigan come from behind, 14-14, Football Network.
Here he is in behind them, as you can see, wide open.
We'll return to South Bend after this.
So it brings up now 3rd down and still 10. A passing situation for everyone in the stadium to watch. There it is, a drop back pass. It's downfield, and it's intercepted by Michigan. He's down to the 40. He cuts into 35, and it's intercepted by Michigan's Jerry Meter. Jerry Meter intercepts the number 2 tackler in 77, makes a big interception here, the first of his career at Michigan. Look at those Wolverines in white jerseys now. Look at old General Bo. Let's get the old horn out now. Let's get that Jeep. We did it before they scored last time. They might as well try again. So Michigan's offense. Donald?
Well, you know, that's the difference, Bob. You see, before he didn't have 3rd and long situations. There was a situation. You knew it was a pass. You could be prepared for it, and then took over. So it does change the situation. It was a great play.
Boy, it sure does. The complexion changed from gold and blue to maize and blue is just what it did inside the Notre Dame 34-yard line. The defense intercepted the ball and brought it to the Notre Dame 34. So it's 3rd and 10. Feaster wide to the right. Clayton wide to the left. The drop back pass. Everybody knows. It's downfield. It's caught by Marsh. And he's first down to the 21-yard line. Doug Marsh, who caught the touchdown pass earlier in this second half to tie up the ball game. just catches another one, and Ricky Leach is on target just as he was a week ago. He was 17 and a half yards to go ahead in this ball game for the first time. Michigan versus Notre Dame. Up over the ball comes Steve Nada. He's back in. Two tight ends in a balanced line. It's the I formation. It's Smith deep and Davis close and Ricky Leach under center at the 17 and a half yard line. 2nd and 7, and he goes out to the right, he being Leach. He spots a man open down there. Touchdown! He's wide open, and it's Doug Marsh. Doug Marsh, the Akron, Ohio junior, catches his second touchdown of 1978. His second touchdown against Notre Dame, the third in his career. He thought he was a master magician a year ago when he made a circus catch against Wisconsin when he caught one for a 7-yard touchdown. But that's nothing to what he's going to tell his grandchildren when he tells them he caught 2 touchdown passes from the great All-American quarterback Ricky Leach on September 23rd in the Notre Dame Stadium. And Michigan leads 20-14. It's Michigan's Greg Wilner now. He's 2 out of 2 on the afternoon, 6 out of 6 on the season. It's spotted, it's kicked, it's sent over end. There it is. It's no good. Oh, it was no good. I'm sorry. It was off to the left. Boy, were we premature on that horn that time. Well, that could be an awful big break psychologically with 14 minutes and 55 seconds remaining. And Michigan with 20 and Notre Dame 14. Greg Wilner couldn't have picked. How do you word it? Well, that's the breaks of football. He missed his first one. He was 5 out of 5 in his sophomore year. 2 years ago, he was 42 out of 44 a year ago. He was 5 out of 5 until this one right here. He missed it, but Michigan is going to kick off right now. And there goes Houlihan in motion. And there's a handoff this time to the halfback. It's Heavens. And Heavens is hit at the 14-yard line. Notre Dame now on the ground, conservative there. Joe Montana's underneath Dave Huffman. He has 2 running backs, Ferguson, and he hands off this time to the fullback, and he's hit right there at the 17-yard line. It's Heavens, Jerry Heavens in there on 2 successive plays. So it brings up Smanton, spits out sidewalks, that guy. Old Ron Simpkins looking over Joe Montana, who has a 3rd and 3. He has Fergie deep and Heavens close. A drop back pass. He throws it over, and it is caught beautifully. But he's not going to get, Fergie is not going to get the first down. He is driven back to about the 18-yard line. Remember, the series started on the 10. Don was not only a player on the Michigan teams in 42, 3, and 4. Actually, he's the only man that Michigan had ever captained 3 sports, football, basketball, and baseball. Fergie deep. Evans close, a drop-back pass, and there is Montana throwing downfield. It's intercepted by Harden. Intercepted, and he goes out of bounds at the 42-yard line. Mike Harden makes what may prove to be the biggest interception of Michigan's 1978 season. He caught it in bounds, stepped out of bounds immediately. Mike Harden, bless his cotton-picking Mason Blue Heart, coming in from that free safety position. Let's call him the free spirit. Not the free safety, the free Mason Blue spirit. Oh, man. 2 critical pass interceptions in the second half. Jerry Meter and Mike Harden have been the difference here. Wide to the right this time is Feaster. Wide to the left is Clayton. It's Smith deep and Davis close. Ricky Leach is back, and he's going to throw downfield to Clayton. He catches it, and it's a touchdown. Ralph Clayton catches a touchdown. God bless his cotton-picking Mason Blue Heart right along with Mike Harden. Look at Bo Schembechler over there and those Michigan coaches. Clayton was knocked out. Maybe it's what happened to Clayton in the Rose Bowl. He hyperventilated. Remember when he almost caught that pass in the end zone, in the Washington end zone late in the ball game, and he just couldn't quite catch it, and then he came back to the bench and he hyperventilated, and it was just one of those situations. Ricky Leach said if he'd have been good, I don't know whether he was shaken up. Was he, Don?
Bob, he really got popped. If that's the expression that can be used in football, he really got racked. He caught it in full stride, just going over the goal line, and the guy caught him. He's going at full tilt. Guy coming out, and he really belted him. So he held on to that ball for a touchdown, which was a great effort, believe me.
Boy, and as we said to Bo Schembechler, right after we charged Bo with wanting to beat Dan Devine so bad he could taste it here, we said, and we closed out going into those commercials just before the game, we said over this, the Michigan Do or Die Football Network, and old Ralph Clayton's almost dying out there now, but his little old Mason Blue Heart is happy. He's coming out under his own power. He was really hit. Michigan may go for 2 here as they lead 26-14. Who said he can't pass? I defy any of you second guessers. Michigan is going after Ricky Leach threw a 42-yard bomb. He sets his team, the I formation. There's Mitchell across formation in motion. Leach is back for a 2-yard pass play. A 2-point. He eats it back on the 19-yard line. Well, Ricky Leach came through when he had to. He came through in third down situations for touchdown drives earlier in this half. He threw a beautifully thrown. Donald, have you ever seen a finer thrown pass? You know, first down, it's conservative football here in the sense that put Notre Dame deep in their own territory with 1 minute and 34 seconds. It's highly improbable that they can muster 2 touchdown drives. They could easily move for 1. And that's why that second touchdown here in the fourth quarter was so critical for Michigan. Greg Wilner is standing back on his own 39-yard line, 18 yards in from the far eastern sideline. Over the ball this time is Steve Nada. He was injured in the first half, but he's back in. A beautiful snap back to Wilner. Wilner gets a long, high, beautiful spiral down, and it hits on the 4-yard line of Michigan bounce, and it's down right there. Just like a golf ball when you drive to the green and want it to hit and stick Lundo, and it just stuck right there. Joe Montana sets his team. His 2 men back are Stone along with Pallas. They're blocking, and he's going to be dropped back there for a safety. Michigan picks up the 2 points to make it 28-14. A safety, and who made it in there? It was Greer, Kurt Greer, the Cass Tech Detroit senior, who said, maybe Harlan Huckleme's a candidate for All-American and Heisman Award, but I come from the same high school as Cass Tech. So does Rosie Greer, and so does Tom Sebron. But I'm going to be felt this year as a senior tackle. And boy, that time Kurt Greer was felt by one Mr. Joe Montana as he had him eat the ball. He couldn't believe he ate the whole thing, but he did right there in that Notre Dame end zone. And now Notre Dame has a free kick with 68 seconds remaining in the ball game. I don't know when Ufer's ever felt any better. Scoreboard right now shows exactly 41 seconds remaining in the ball game, and it's just about a foregone conclusion that Bo's Big Blue Machine will dump Dan Devine's Fighting Irish in what's been a classic football game. The scoreboards read right now, Michigan 28, Notre Dame 14. And as we look down at the Notre Dame bench, we see a stunned and bewildered, dreary Dan Devine. He can't believe that his Fighting Irish have lost 2 ball games in a row at home. And he's lost to Michigan's Bo Schembechler, B.J. Dickey, on what may be the last play of the game. Hands off to Larry Reed. 11 seconds. But wait a minute. Who's that sitting beside Coach Dan Devine? Why, it's George Burns. He's been sitting there throughout the ball game. George Burns has been sitting right here on the Notre Dame bench throughout the ball game. The clocks are going to continue here with 9 seconds remaining. And listen to the crowd bellow out. I believe that's all there is. There isn't any more. The final score, Michigan 28, Notre Dame 14. And as we see George Burns, look at him. He's leaving the Notre Dame bench. He's winding his way through the crowd. He's looking for Bo Schembechler. He sees Bo. Look at him. George Burns and Bo Schembechler. They're smiling at one another. They're shaking hands. And old General Bo and George Burns go arm in arm toward the exit at the north end of this field, which only goes to prove, football fans, even the gentleman upstairs at this point in history believes that if you can't beat them, join them. Well, that the Wolverines maneuvered all over this Notre Dame football field in the second half like 22 penguins with hot herrings in their cummerbunds for 30 minutes of grand and glorious football over this, the maize and blue, victorious voice of the Michigan Football Network.